Cities now lie still in the heat of high summer. People set off on their travels, hiking through towering mountains, littering the natural landscape, lounging lazily on the beach, and simply basking in the sun, even with a sunburn, ideally around the clock. Hoteliers rent out their rooms, some unrenovated, at eye-popping prices. Yet despite everything, there are guests who can still easily afford even the most expensive suite in a luxury hotel. They rent out the sky, the seaside sands, the local fire brigades band music elsewhere. The view of elephants or lions, of temples in Asia, or the Egyptian pyramids on the Greek island of Santorini. And we're still in Positano, on Italy's Amalfi Coast. Influencers from all over the world crowd into the narrow alleys just for that one special photo, the one that millions of tourists have already taken before them. The locals can hardly believe it, yet they eagerly make travelers passing through foot the bill. A small earthquake would be a nice touch too, something to tell the folks back home about having been there, having feared for life and limb. The tourist views the world as a picture book of postcard series, diligently collecting them on his smartphone, while the landscape smiles at the noisy visitor. It knows better. It knows that time outlasts even the vacation. Limousines race back and forth along the highways, speeding past cows in green meadows, yet failing to find the way to paradise lost. Bread grows in the fields, and there too grow the future bread rolls and pretzels. Tractors chug leisurely from place to place above this rural idyll. Dark clouds carry storm rains in their wake. The milkmaid in the heavens loudly clangs her churns together, heralding the onset of the storm. And with brilliant flashes, the god of thunder himself adds his own dramatic flair to nature's spectacle. He pauses briefly in his activities, looking for shelter to rest a while from hiking and swimming. Then he goes back to mountain and water sports, passes the time doing crossword puzzles, or keeps an eye out for nice guys or pretty girls. A mere stone's throw away, the fairy tale begins, hidden in the grain. Upon crushed poppies rest a disheveled pair. Here prices do not rise, nor do wages fall. Here only larks rise and fall. The girl sleeps, her face rapturous, the bees hum contentedly. The young man's name is still good for nothing. He adjusts his trousers, steps through the lattice of shadow and light into the forest, and as this song concludes, wanders on in July. There are still many fields of grain to be found in places across the globe. Since then, the girl sleeping in the grass has never once seen him again in these parts. His son will enter the world when the lilacs bloom anew in spring. Time moves on with the times it flies. Scarcely have 7 poems been written when more than half a year has already passed and become a story of